All right, so get this. Behavior has mass. And I don't even mean that in a metaphorical sense. I mean that Newton's laws of physics are effectively hiding within behaviorism in psychology as a part of operant conditioning. We use this for behavioral hacks, especially in terms of remediation, when you need to get somebody to do something when they happen to be resistant to answering your needs. For example, say you have a kindergarten kid and he's supposed to hang his jacket up and he never hangs his jacket up, just refuses to. Well, what behavioral momentum theory tells us is that if you start with a dense number of high probability requests at the beginning, such as, hey, give me a high five. That's a great looking pencil. Can I see it? And any number of things that the student or that the child is more likely to be receptive to. Once you actually feed those things into your conversation with the child, they will then be more likely to hang their coat up afterwards. It's a matter of filling the spaces of requests at the beginning with a very dense, very easy number of things that they are likely to do, and it primes them to then fulfill later obligations that they would be typically resistant. Now, what this actually does in education, let's say it's high school, let's say it's college, let's say it's medical school, what it ends up doing is if somebody is in remediation and they're typically resistant to performing some of these harder tasks, you want to create momentum in the remediation plan. So you always front load the remediation plan with those easier, high density, high probability items that they can accomplish quickly in order to build up momentum so that when they get to the harder tasks, they don't suddenly become resistant to it. Now, what does that mean for the everyday person? Well, there are plenty of productivity gurus out there. And one of the things that you'll hear some of them say is to create your list in the morning and check off the items, complete the items that are the easiest and quickest to do, the ones that you can do in less than a couple of minutes or less than 5 minutes. And those productivity gurus with that particular technique are actually right. If you have a list of 10 things to do and you start with the hardest one, you could become discouraged and end up not wanting to complete it, and you start to procrastinate. However, if you take the easier, high probability items, especially if there are several of them, in order to create that density, and you complete them one after the other, it builds the momentum of your productivity so that when you get to the harder items later, you're more likely to complete them.